And remember that this is your home of the Olympics. Olympics, Eco KBC. Well, as we get into our first conversation, and it is around the Olympics, but it's a different story that we would like to touch. And before I get into it, let me introduce my sign language interpreter, who's Lensa Odingo. Now, you know, when you talk about sport, there's always a theme song. The Africa Cup of Nations has had theme songs. For example, Magic in the Air by Magic System and Ahmed Shawki. We've seen Will Smith do a song for the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Nameless in 2010 was part of the project for the FIFA World Cup. He gave us the song Narudi Nyumbani. And in 1997, the Mushrooms, they gave us a track, Paris Ndiyo Kilele. It was about qualification for the 1998 FIFA World Cup. The Harambee Stars won high at that point, especially after their 1-1 draw against Nigeria. There was that rallying call. And also, when Kenya played at the Cricket World Cup in 2003, Andrew Zagoratis put together a production, together with, including Maurice Odumbe, and they came up with the song, Kenya Tunaweza. It has got that famous phrase, Maurice and Stevie make it look easy, being Maurice Odumbe and, or rather Maurice Odumbe and Steve Tikolo. The music around that. But what about for a Kenyan team that's going to the Olympics? Well, this year, two people came together, one based in France and another one who's based in Kenya. Winyo is a Benga artist. He would have liked to be with us, but because he's got to meet with the Principal Secretary, State Department for Youth Affairs and the Creative Economy, so they are giving him support for this project together with the National Olympic Committee of Kenya. But the person he worked with is based in France, and his name is Edward Kamau. Edward, a very good morning to you from France. From Kenya to you in France.
Hello. Hello, Daniel. How are you?
I'm very well. Pleased to meet you, and very good. It's very, you know, it's just by coincidence, or is it good stories that you're actually based in Miramas, and you could just give us the vibe around the Team Kenya camp, because you've been with them, visiting them as you work on this music project.
Yes, well, as you're saying, I stay in France near Miramas. I've been here for the last 15 years. And so I'm a musician, and I've been working with the mayor's office and the people who organize sports as well. So I've had the chance to go in and see the athletes during the welcome ceremony. And some of the activities that they've been doing. So it's actually a great honor for me, because there's so much talent in the room when you have all of those athletes there. It's really very much a great privilege, and actually being able to see these things, you know, firsthand is very special indeed. So the athletes, they've been here for a couple of weeks, and they're going off now to the Olympic Village in Paris, slowly by slowly. So yeah, I think I'll be going down again sometime this week as well, just to be with them. So yeah.
Okay, so Ed, let's just you know, just to give us a whole idea of how you decided to come up with this project, and particularly choose Winyo, who's a Benga artist. Knowing very well, you live in France, the kind of music that, you know, people would, you'd ideally produce, say, for an European audience, but this is different. How was this conceived? Well,
I was born and raised in Kenya, so I'm also, you know, my musical influences are rumba, Kenyan music, but also Western music, you know, like things like the Beatles, rock music, stuff like that. So I wanted to work with a Kenyan artist, and Winyo is actually one of my favorite Kenyan artists. So it's been a very great pleasure and an honor as well to be able to work with him. So I just contacted him on Instagram, actually, and we were able to, we threw around some ideas, and it was actually it was not a very complicated process, to be honest. It's that, you know, we actually wrote the song without even meeting each other. And once the song was done, I now came down to Kenya. We did some concerts. Then when you came to France, we did some more concerts. So, you know, very nice, you know.
Looking at it, because I know Winyo is such a big name, his music, he does a lot of tweaking. So just take us through, trying to put together the lyrics such that they do blend well with the whole concept of Team Kenya and something that, would cut across and entertain anyone and of any age group, at the same time making it have that full Kenyan feel.
Originally, the idea came from a guitar riff that I had. I'd written a song about. I actually readapted one of the songs I had, which was called "Running for Gold," but it was actually about a fisherman from Homa Bay who. Once the Lake Victoria was overrun by hyacinth weed, he took the weed and he turned it into artist paper, and he sold it and made money like that. So the story was actually about turning hardship into money or into gold, and basically paying homage to human resilience and the resilience we have in Kenya and the fighting spirit. Yeah. So it turns out I didn't know this at the time, but Winyo is actually from Homa Bay. So I sent him this song, and I think he was very touched by that. And from there, we now transformed the song into we took the theme of running for gold and transformed it into now something for the athletes. Something more general around the resilience and the spirit of competition, and yeah, that's more or less how that happened. So yeah.
All right, now getting to produce the song, now getting into studio and recording it, getting the first feel before saying, well, this is the final version. What was it like knowing that number one, Winyo always wants to have his guitar around him? So his music is mellow because he calls himself a bard. He tries to draw the bards. Then we also have got you, who's got the more upbeat feel when it comes to the speed of the music. How did that go?
Well, what happened was, so I sent an arrangement with just my vocals and the guitar. So we had bass, some just electronic instruments, because I also produce. So I sent that off to Winyo, and I think it took him a couple of days, and he sent me what he sent back blew my mind. Yeah, it was really great. So he got into the studio with his musicians and really took it to another level. From there was some very good percussion that was added. So I then took everything he gave me and now condensed it down, edited some stuff out, and produced now the final track based on that, just a mix of all of that. Yeah. So this is without actually meeting. So it was really nice afterwards to meet someone you've worked with for the first time, and you're singing a song and you're meeting each other for the first time. It's really nice. Quite special. Yeah.
Now, looking at it, you did come down to Kenya and you performed at the Alliance. There was that concert, yes, where it was brought out. What was the first reaction of the people about having, a song around Team Kenya being put out, and before we even get to conversation to the National Olympic Committee?
Yeah, well, the song works very well. It's when you're playing it live, people just get into it because there's it's one of those choruses that you just want to sing it, so it's on stage you can play it for 15 minutes, you just keep going around, so no, it's nice. It's very good reaction. We played in Alliance on the 21st. This is like about a month ago. So Alliance also, Alliance Française, and have also helped a lot with this project in terms of funding, in terms of air tickets. So actually allowing me to travel to Kenya to do the concerts, and also yeah, this funding that's come from the Creation Africa program from Alliance. So thank you, Alliance Française. Very nice. Yeah, I've gone off topic. Yeah.
No. It's good because that's where that's where people got to first hear the song. So
Yeah. Yeah. So no, the audience loves it actually.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. So now
And since then, and all ages, by the way, because I've also been doing some workshops with small children. Like last week, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and they're jumping up and down. They love it. Yeah.
okay.
It's very nice.
Well, because actually you are based very close to Miramas, where Team Kenya is based, and so you had an opportunity to go and drop the track for, the teams. And interesting enough, it's the dancing teams that got to Miramas first, the Rugby Sevens and the Malkia Strikers. What was the reaction from Team Kenya when they got to hear the song?
Well, they like it. I was actually singing it. I had a bit of a jam with Malkia Strikers. Actually, that was very nice.
No, we want that video. Sometime.
But we didn't record it because if the other thing is, I guess the athletes in their training camp. These are Olympic athletes, so it's good, it's great to be around them, but these guys are very single-minded and they're there on one mission. So, we sing a bit, but I don't want to disturb people too much. You understand?
Yeah, but overall, the general reaction, what were they saying about, when they hear the song, and how would they react?
No, they like it. They're into it. They're into it.
Okay. Oh, so there you go. And the other thing is the National Olympic Committee of Kenya has taken a huge interest in this song. What are the conversations that you've had with NOC and also the State Department for Youth Affairs and the Creative Economy also have taken that hugely under the Talanta Hela program? What have been those conversations?
Yeah, so we actually were able to present the song when Winnie was here. We presented the song to the Kenyan delegation during the opening of Kenya House in Miramas, and everyone was dancing. They liked it very much. We were also with there was the mayor of Miramas who was also present with the whole delegation, and they basically. What's happening now is Paul Tergat, who is the chairman of the NOCK, he's given his approval so that this song can be taken as the anthem. So now, we're just figuring out how to push it and how to move with it. So the song is coming out on the 31st of July. So. We're just getting into promotion and trying to see how we can work with partners in France as well.
Okay. Well, and just to give a hint of this, you could give us your little bit of that section of the track. We're going to be playing it much later towards the end of this interview, but. Look, just drop us a little bit of that so that people get to have a feel of what the song's like.
Right.
All right, yeah, good. The guitar's there. Oh, so much better.
Niko na hiyo I don't know if that's we'll try.
Well, Edward, you could check your sound, please.
Sorry?
Edward, you could check your sound because we can't hear the guitar. Just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe let me take the speakerphone off, yeah?
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes, sing along. Yeah, you can sing along. It's okay. You can sing along and then...
Hang on a sec. Hang on.
Well, that is Edward Kamau. He is a music producer. He's based in France. He's given us the song for Team Kenya, Running for Gold. And here we're getting it, just a little bit of it, live and unplugged.
I'm out in the night and I'm going for the gold.
All right, Edward. Edward, you can pose from... And the Deputy Inspector General of Police, that is for the Kenya Police Service and the Administration Police Service. Yusuf Farah is our reporter at that event, so he's going to be giving us updates on the interviews as they take place right there. So let's get back to our conversation. And this is about Kenya and the Olympics. And it's not just about sport, because two Kenyan performing artists, Edward Kamau and Winyo, are going to have produced a song known as Running for Gold, and this is the theme song for Team Kenya at the Olympics 2024. They're also going to be giving performances, and they're going to be involved in the cultural activities around the Olympics. So let's get back to Edward Kamau, who's based in France. Actually, he's quite close to Miramas. He's interacted with this, and you know, he had this whole idea and he got it. And Edward, if you're ready, I think now everything should be set, live and unplugged. We can get to hear a little bit of Running for Gold. Let's roll.
Rangi ya taifa, nyuso za taifa, sifa tele kote duniani twasifika, sote twaingia uwanjani twajimwaya, mioyo zetu, roho zetu, sote twangojea, kwa imani sote tushinde, kwa uwezo sote tufike, twayaweza, twajua tutokapo, turudipo ushindi dhahabu. Running for the gold, till I coming from the cold, chasing boda, 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 double, double gold. I'm running for the gold, turning daggers into gold. I'm a living man and I'm going for the gold.
Of the song. Well, quite abstract. I mean, that you've put together, you know, fusing, you know, your husky voice and Winyo's voice, putting it together, saying, simply saying, kuna waka moto, dhahabu ni yetu, and the whole concept of it. So, Edward, having you indicated you're going to release it on the 31st of July. That's just about 9 days from now. But also, a lot of activities around the Olympics that you're going to be involved in. One is Kenya House. I know they're moving from Miramas. They're going to be at France. What are the events that you're going to be involved in, I mean, around the Olympics, the cultural aspect of it?
Hang on a sec. Let me just... Sorry, I didn't quite get the question. Because
Okay, yes. Okay, let me put the question. Yeah, let me put the question again. You know, besides performing this song, you're also going to be involved in other activities around the Olympics, the performances. We know there is Kenya House. There are the entertainment parks. What's the activities you're going to be around the Olympics? You know, showcasing the Kenyan culture.
Well, yes. So we still need to confirm a date for the Kenya House. I will be this week. I have a meeting with the mayor's office in Miramas, who are also working with the Kenya House and also their communications department to see how we can maybe put on some concerts and basically put Kenyan culture forward. Just working with Kenyan culture, so the Ministry of Culture through the Kenyan House, music and sports, athletics, and also the Olympics as an occasion to showcase Kenyan culture through the athletes and through the music as well. So. So that's this week. There's a lot to be done actually in terms of how we build and we bring different partners together in sports, music, culture. Basically using this sports and this huge event, which is the Olympics, as how do you say that? As something to spark off. The chance to share our culture with the world, basically. Yeah. So.
Well, the other thing is, I know because I know you've been following this up a lot. It's going to be an extraordinary opening ceremony. All the others have been inside the main Olympic stadium, but this time round, the organizers decided let the athletes do. Actually, it's a 6-kilometer, flotilla that's going to be on the River Seine. And what have you seen? We've seen the AI-generated photos, of what we may expect. But what kind of cultural experience, can we expect, knowing that a lot of artists from France and the inclusion of artists from other parts of the world have been now included in this opening ceremony?
Yeah. It will be very huge, I think. One of the main things that is different, I think, with these Olympic Games is the French have decided to incorporate their some of the monuments and the historical monuments into sports, which is actually a very good way for them to promote French culture and also share their culture with the world. So that's very, very unique thing. So you'll be seeing like the Eiffel Tower. As you said, they're actually going to do the outdoor ceremony on the Seine, so incorporating all the monuments and the Arc de Triomphe and everything. So I think it's a very good opportunity for artists as well to shine. And basically, the Olympics, I think, is the spirit is one of competition, but it's also of many different nations coming together and sharing through sports, but also sharing through just cultural exchange. And it's an excellent spirit. And there's something about the spirit of oneness and unity. We're coming together and we're not fighting. We're here to compete with respect and to exchange and to exchange ideas. And I think that's amazing. It really is. So.
All right, thank you very much, Edward Kamau. Remember, we will not forget the phrase, the fact that you say boda boda, dabo dabo, and and also the fact that we are saying kumewaka moto, ushindi ni wetu, kumewaka moto, dhahabu ni yetu. Quite some great theme that we've got when it comes to running for gold and making sure that the gold can actually go chink in right in the bank. Thank you very much. And I can also, let me just say, we would have loved to be with us and here in studio, but I can say right now that he had to meet with the Principal Secretary, Captain Retired Ismail Made of the State Department for Youth Affairs and the Creative Economy. And this is because of this project and also the National Olympic Committee of Kenya. So I'm sure we'll have a conversation and represent us very, very well. Boda boda, dabo dabo.
Yes. And so on the 31st is the date where the song will be available for everybody. So yeah, you can get that one on Spotify, on all the streaming platforms, and yeah, enjoy it. So,
all right,
nice.
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Edward Kamau is a music producer and he's worked with a Benga artist to give us the theme song for Team Kenya. And, he's given us the whole idea about the cultural activities that come with the Olympic Games. So this is a big moment for Kenya. 31st, we shall have it. We'll play it out for you. Our radio stations are there. So we'll be ready to roll with that. So we'll be moving on. We'll be having a conversation around baseball in Kenya, and specifically Koishen baseball, which is Japan influenced. So that's going to be coming in just a short while. But first, let's keep talking about the Olympics. And Shuja, the first team that will be in action, they will be playing against Argentina, the World Rugby 7 Series champions, on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Their second match will be against Australia on Wednesday at 8 p.m. And their third match is going to be against Samoa on Thursday at 3 p.m. all times East African. Here's the story about their preparations for the games.